I then did it the way I did it. I've indicated that the prime issue was, how do I disclose if I phone the National Commissioner, if I talk to the National Commissioner and all the other people who are managing the political killing stars team, but him in particular, or deputy ministers or deputy ministers. I felt that let me to reduce the risk to myself of these people and nevertheless take the decision while mitigating the exposure and the risk on the side of these people. Then I wrote political killings team, and so it's a decision I took, and I'm responsible for it, and I stand by it. That I will deal, of course, with the constitutionality and lawfulness thereof, but in terms of reaching that decision and writing it, if there's one person to talk about on it, it's me. Let's not look for some people who are in the corner. In the writing and transmitting my decision, there are only 3 people who were involved. One, it was the chief of staff in my office, because I didn't want to personalize it to a point where I simply write from home, and as like I wanted the office to house it, to host it, but we're not together with the chief of staff. So I said, here is the letter. Send it to the special advisor, Advocate Piccoli, who was in Pretoria, and the letter was sent to him. And he looked at it, he made some inputs, it went back to chief of staff with those corrections. He sent them to me, I read it, and I said, go ahead. That's the process. So don't look any further for any reason, even if you somehow believe that I have no capacity to write that letter for some reason. I don't think that there is any engineering of anything in that. It merely were the selection of issues I felt strong about, but not on behalf of myself, but flowing from the work that is expected of me to deal with and have and make impact in terms of the work that I do. And it was not the first letter that I wrote ever in life. I'm not talking about letters of love affairs as a schoolboy. I wrote plenty of those letters. I'm talking serious work. I've done so in my job. I'm not saying so. I don't remember. It really was not the first letter, and I don't think it is the last letter. Just a letter to write related to work. That's why I'm saying I'm taking personal responsibility of that letter, and I stand by it. Now, with identifying those 3 matters, but the reason why I couldn't consult, call General Masimula, called General Mkwanezi, called General Kumalo to my home or elsewhere, is because the finality of engaging on that matter came in that particular form, in the last days of the year. So if you ask me, why not when we're together, I had not concluded. I'm honest about it. I make an effort to be honest all the time. I may not reach highest levels, but I always try to make to be honest. There was no one, and I would want even the ad hoc committee, if you want to take the gadget that I used, if they will not have taken it, to go and search whether that doesn't originate from the antitrust technology. It can do. I will hand it over to the ad hoc committee. You will never find it having originated anywhere else. It originated from, and I was sitting alone at home. But there were other people like my wife, they were there, my children were there. I'm not meaning. But when I wrote, it was written by me, it was sent and to 2 other people. So don't be under any illusion, no matter how serious it is said, No matter who says so, it was written by me, that letter. So the reason why I couldn't consult, it was because of, in the main, the circumstances for that group of people. I've gone on the group of people to engage evidence leader to explain the situation and said, I wouldn't want to talk on behalf of anybody, of any one of them. I would want the other committee to make means for them to come and give evidence, their own evidence. As they said to me, if they were lying to me, they will lie to you as well. I want them I want them to say these things live to you. That's why I didn't, there was no such a platform when I wrote, but nevertheless, I said to myself, I would have to do something. Indeed, at the beginning of the year, I had a discussion with Advocate Piccolo to say, should we come up with an inquiry at ministerial level, just for these people to get a fair platform where they will feel safe and confident, because we can't just treat.
And I usually make green screen reactions. Now, I wanted to make this video as soon as I saw this statement being said by Minister of Police, or former Minister of Police, or Minister on which is currently on special leave, whatever the case may be, Senzo Mchunu. I have a new amount of respect for this man. The sort of character he's showing with the ad hoc committee, the sort of responsibility he's taking on is so rare for South African politicians to have, and that is why I just want to send this appreciation video towards him. Yes, I thought it was sketchy, I thought it was scary, I had so many questions about this guy and the decisions he was taking in the police force ngesikhathi iphuma lezi ndaba at the beginning of the year. But no, not the beginning of the year. July 6. I must be honest, bengamtholi kahle, bengembuza eminingi nje, kodwa manje levels of respect for him. Mangiqale nje ngithi wonke ama-politicians kufanele ngabe ayiphatha kanje, kufanele ngabe ayavuma iphutha uma belenza, kufanele ngabe bayalikhuluma iqiniso, besho ukuthi mina bengitshela ukuthi le decision izolida kwama-results akanje, kodwa wangikhiphelanga lama-results ebengiwafuna. Mina bengitshela ukuthi ayikho inkinga, mina bengitshela ukuthi kuhamba kahle, and besho iqiniso bethi yebo mina engisithathile lesi sinqumo, yebo mina engenza 1, 2 and 3. I was not influenced by anyone else, I did not consult anyone else, I thought it was within my powers to do so, so mina ngayenza leyo nto yabo. And yeah, I appreciate the fact that kwenzile lokho the currently suspended Minister Mchunu, or the minister on special leave Mchunu. Ngiyathandaza ukuthi amanye ama-politicians awafunde kuye uma kulezi ikhundla lezi, ekwazi to own up kwezinto zabo abazenza wrong, take accountability, beze kwabantu bezichaze besho ukuthi bengitshela ukuthi kuzoba kanje, kodwa ayitholanga, because this is the sort of leadership we need. Kodwa-ke, instead of umuntu ewenza izinto azi kahle ukuthi akanamandla okuwenza, awazi kahle ukuthi akaconsultanga umuntu, ngicabanga ukuthi ungene umuntu owazi umsebenzi wakhe, ungene umuntu that is used to the procedures alandelwayo kuleyo department asebenza kuyo, someone with experience, someone with actual knowledge walento ayenzayo. But we are in the situation we are in, and we have to celebrate the bare minimum. Congratulations.